Greta Thunberg, so she's claiming the IDF kidnapped her. Now, what the IDF did with this flotilla, which, by the way, was backed by a Hamas significant senior figure in London, because England's gone to hell now. England's gone to hell. And so the Israelis, the IDF said, we want to show you this October 7 footage. You who come over here in a flotilla with much fanfare, you who are backed by Hamas in order to come here, you need to see what took place. And they refused. Greta Thunberg, many of you may not have heard of her, and that's to your favor. She's a nut job. So she's claiming the IDF kidnapped her. Now, what the IDF did with this flotilla, which, by the way, was backed by a Hamas significant senior figure in London, because England's gone to hell now. England's gone to hell. You know, I used to go to England. We used to enjoy it. We used to enjoy London. You never had to worry about anything, really. You go down the street, you can go down 2, 3 in the morning in the middle of London. There was no, now take your life in your own hands. You just do. Totally different. We got the third world in London, the third world in Paris, the third world in Washington, D.C. and in New York. They've been very successful. Thank you, Democrats. Now, and Labour Party and whatever the hell they call it in France, probably the Vichy Party. But nonetheless here, so the Israelis have this horrific video of what happened on October 7th. It's 45, 47 minutes long. Our president have seen it, and it was unbearable. Strong men have seen it, and it's brought them to tears. Other people have seen it. And what you see is what was actually done. And how did we get these videos and so forth in this country and in Israel? Because the perpetrators took videos of themselves. They took videos of themselves. One man I heard speak, I wish I remembered who it was. It may have been Netanyahu himself. It may have been his assistant, Ron Dermer. It's confidential. It's confidential, top assistant. I think it was Netanyahu who said, you know, even the Nazis tried to cover up what they did. They tried to cover up at the very end of the war with mass graves, and so they tried to destroy their diet. They tried to cover up what they did. The Palestinians took videos of what they did and released them to the world. Think about that. So they're available. So the IDF pulled together 45, 47 minutes worth, which anybody who sees it, and I can't see it, I don't want to see it, I can only imagine, is really so overwhelmed with grief. David McCormick, who's become a dear friend of the family, senator from Pennsylvania, he saw it, and he's a combat veteran. He said, I can't even get it out of my brain. And so the Israelis, the IDF said, we want to show you this October 7 footage. You who come over here in a flotilla with much fanfare, you who are backed by Hamas in order to come here, you need to see what took place. And they refused. They wouldn't look. They wouldn't look. Anyway, Sky News Australia, one of our favorite sites. Go.
A stunt by an activist group led by environmentalist Greta Thunberg has backfired. The activists had steered a yacht loaded with aid toward Gaza despite warnings from Israel not to do so. Knowing they'd be detained, Ms Thunberg pre-recorded a video which was immediately posted online.
If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational forces or forces that support Israel. I urge all my friends, family and comrades to put pressure on the Swedish government to release me and the others as soon as possible.
The activists were calmly greeted by the IDF, who gave them food, the yacht taken to Israel, the aid distributed through humanitarian channels. All of the activists are safe, but will be shown footage of the October 7 terror attacks before they will be released.
For an Israeli, you know, to hear Greta say that she's been kidnapped, in Israeli ears, that sounds very, very bad and tone deaf, because we still have 55 Israelis that were really kidnapped or abducted by Hamas on October the 7th, and Hamas is still holding on to many of the bodies and live Israelis. So I think it was an extremely poor choice of words. And of course, they are in safe hands. They were taken to the Israeli port of Ashdod. They were given food, and there are already arrangements being made to send them via airplanes, commercial airplanes, back to the countries where they come from. Basically, their nationalities. We have a few Europeans on the boat and South Americans, and they will be sent back. I don't know who will pay for the airfare, but they will be sent back in good health, good condition, and I think they should be ashamed of what they've done.
Have they been shown the video of the October 7 terror attacks yet, as far as you're aware? And if so, what were their reactions?
So I don't have official confirmation that they have indeed been shown. I know that that is the directive given by the defense minister, and I know that is what's going to what Israel intends to happen. Of course, you know, they will.
Well, let me just stop here. They tried, but they wouldn't look at it. That's the bottom line. That's what happened.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.